Well, I've had the best time making these, making Olympus Has Fallen and London Has Fallen, and obviously they've been a big success and really exciting movies to watch. So I was always hoping for the opportunity to come back and do a third one, and a lot of people would come up to me and say, "You doing a third one? Are you doing a third one?" But the joke always was, "What's it going to be? Tokyo Has Fallen? Santa Barbara Has Fallen?" So it was, yeah, excited to come back, but with the possibility of really trying to find something fresh and take it in a different direction. It's been one of, if not my favorite thing about this franchise has been, one, having Morgan Freeman in the movies, but especially getting to work with him. Because he's just a joy on set, and every time he comes on is like an electric atmosphere. He gets such respect, and yet he doesn't command it. He's just so easygoing, wants to joke with everybody, really don't want to be fussed over, and I feel like we've become good friends, and I've loved working with him. And in terms of the movie, he really just brings a pedigree to our movie. You can carry along in the same line, or you can go deeper. And it felt like it was really time to get to know more of Banning's world. And that was a big thing. We always knew, rather than a journey outward, this was a journey inward. But it was a big thing for Rick, our director, to say, let's really kind of make this a personal journey where he's not just struggling with the world that he's in and the things that are against him, but we're really seeing all his struggles, his strained relationship with his father who abandoned him when he was a kid, the stress that's happening with his wife and his kid because she wants him to take this job. And then when the shit hits the fan, you're really with somebody who's going through all that, and you're with all of them in totality, and it just makes everything. And that's what I've seen now in the movie, just so much more exciting. Just the two of them on their journey under these stressful situations, and their different ideas of how you deal with those situations, because it's like old bull, young bull, as he says in the movie. And that's so true. We have very different ways of how to approach an enemy, how to deal with stress, and does he even think I'm guilty in the first place? And then his views on life, which make me crazy. But there's a lot of humor in that, and I feel like it's some of the funniest stuff I've been able to work with as an actor was my stuff with Nick. And even again, in the middle of the action. There's no end to the brilliance of Rick, because it's in his DNA, movie making. His whole family have been in movies for a long time, so he knows every element of making a movie. He's a cameraman, he worked in stunts, he's a director now, but he also knows special effects, he does everything. And so he gets the best heads of department in every field, from design to cinematography and then he pushes them, says, bring me more, make it better, go, go, go. He really pushes everybody. But in a way that comes from his passion, and I've never worked with a director with that kind of work ethic. He never stops, and he never stops being excited. And him and I have become real brothers, because I know this franchise as well, so it was also the two of us kind of coming together to take his idea and his fresh perspective, and also keep those elements of the franchise that people love. Listen, you always hope they love the movie that you made, and I think we put so much thought and care into this, and taking it in a whole new direction, keeping up with all the action and the great characters that we've come to love, but taking it in this fresh, new, super gritty, super grounded direction where they can really climb inside the head. Our Angel Has Fallen is what Logan was to X-Men, a much more personal journey, where in actual fact the big story in X-Men, the big story is always the story more than the characters. In Logan, the big story is Logan's journey, and the rest of what's going on is really in the back. And that's what we did here. There's the whole private contractor situation and the Russians getting involved, but that's in the back. It's really this fugitive style journey of a guy who we know and love now in the most peril from both the outside and the inside that he's ever been on.